Hello friends, it's Rene here with your Friday Pick a Card. I hope you are all well and I hope you've arrived at Friday having had a good week, having had a successful week. I know we are in really crazy times at the moment and I don't know about you, but things seem to be getting a little bit crazier at the moment, aren't they? Anyway, let's not worry about that. We're here for Friday Pick a Card and hopefully we're going to have some fun today. I have decided to change things up a little bit today and I'm not using any tarot. I've decided tarot is a little bit normally quite hard and quite, they give quite strong messages. And today I wanted to lighten it up a little bit. I wanted to have a little bit of fun. So all I'm using are Oracle cards, and you can see I've listed them out over here. So it's just the 3 decks that I'm going to be using today. The first deck is from my amazing friend Heike Sim. It's her journey cards. They do pack a punch, I must be honest. The little messages on the cards can sometimes give you a little bit of a jolt, but I think, it'll be what it is. And then connected to that, I have got the Ascended Masters cards, so we can get a message from the Ascended Masters, and then I've got a message from the fairies. So hopefully we're going to get some interesting messages. So at this stage, I want to invite you, let me rather say, I want to invite you to close your eyes and to just clear your mind, just let go of any stresses, let go of any worries, let go of anything that's not working for you at the moment. And I know we're all stressed, I know we're all panicking, and I know everybody's having a little bit of a meltdown at the moment, fear-based. And it is what it is. It's the truth. It's the reality. It's what we're facing right now. But we can't allow that to control us. I've noticed this week with most of my appointments, with most of my clients that I've dealt with, there is so much fear. And the fear is ruling us. It's controlling us. And that, unfortunately, is where we go wrong. And that's when we allow negativity and problems and challenges and obstacles to come through. So we want to eliminate all of that. So let's close our eyes. Exhale out your breath. And then let's take in a deep breath in. Fill your lungs as much as you possibly can. Hold it for a brief second and then exhale it out. And do it one more time. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for as long as you possibly can and just exhale it out. And knowing that every exhale is just letting go of the stress, letting go. And you know what? Actually focus on dropping your shoulders, focus on relaxing your jaw, because we carry so much tension in our jaw muscles. So we need to make sure that we relax and let go of all of that. And then, like magic, now on screen, you're going to see the photograph of the bundles that are available for you today. So all I've done is given you one of each card. The backs of the cards that you can see, but really what you're wanting to do here is just to see, is it bundle 1, bundle 2, or bundle 3 that pulls you in? Which of these bundles seems to have a little bit of a brighter color? Which one seems to just attract your eye more? Which one are you more drawn to? And let that be your choice for today. Okay. So if you are new to my videos, if this is the first time that you're finding my Friday Picker cards, welcome. Basically, the way that this works is I will shuffle and draw cards on screen to give a message of guidance, a message of hope, a message of upliftment. And from now, you've chosen your bundle. You know exactly which is the bundle that's going to have a good message for you. So now if you're on YouTube, if you look in the description box below, you will see I have the timestamps for bundle 1, bundle 2, and bundle 3. So you can go straight across. You don't have to watch the bundles that don't have messages for you. But of course, if you want to watch the whole lot, go for it. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. And I'm sure it'll be good messages today. At this stage, I'm absolutely clueless. No idea what the messages are going to be like. So let's jump straight into it. So we'll see you at your bundle. Okay, so bundle 1, we are ready for you. You can see, if you didn't watch the intro, you can see over the cards that I'm using today. And we're going to start off with the journey cards. So the journey cards are by my friend Heike Sim, and they are just absolutely awesome. I love this deck. So we're going to give a shuffle. I did shuffle before the video started, but I like to shuffle when I've got you on screen. So we're shuffling and we're asking that the card that we draw today be exactly the message that each of you need to hear, that each of you need to receive to give you guidance, hope, and inspiration in your life. Okay, I am just giving another little shuffle. And let's grab a card. I'm going to take that one over there. So look at, we want to read the message, and it says, you are not dreaming big enough. Your potential is limitless. How absolutely awesome is that? I love that. You are not dreaming big enough. Your potential is limitless. And I really do resonate with this message because, again, a lot of what I've seen this last week with the clients that I've interacted with is everybody is panicking. Everybody is fear-based, and everything that we're doing is coming from a place of fear. And everybody's expecting the worst. I mean, I know. We're not trying to downplay the severity of the pandemic that's hitting us at the moment. But at the same time, we have to carry on living. We have to do our best. We have to rock up every day and perform and do whatever we can to have the best life. But a lot of people are restricting their success by the fear, by the worry, by the anxieties. So just to read it again, you are not dreaming big enough. Your potential is limitless. So whatever it is that you're facing at the moment, whether it be job opportunities, whether it be finances, whether it be health, it doesn't matter what it is, don't restrict your outcomes by thinking smaller. Think big. Your potential is limitless. I so love that. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up the deck, which is the Ascended. No, this is the Ascended Masters desk. I thought I was picking up the wrong one. Let me put that one aside. That's the Fairies one for just now. So this is the Ascended Masters deck, and we want a message now from the Ascended Masters that will hopefully tie in and connect with our message that is telling us that we are completely and utterly limitless and that we are not dreaming big enough. I am a big dreamer. I am the kind of person who my thoughts and my philosophies are always about there are no limits and there are no restrictions. Anything is possible. I do believe in miracles, and I see them happening every single day, not just with my clients, but even in my own life. And I do believe in dreaming big. I do believe in having those huge expectations and not settling for mediocrity, not settling for standard. Let's see what message we get from the Ascended Masters. I love it. I just absolutely love it. So I'm not even going to try and say his name. I always make it terrible. But law of attraction. Spiritual law of attraction, which basically says whatever you're thinking is what you will manifest. Okay. If you're thinking fear, if you're thinking worry, if you're stressed, if your anxiety levels are way up there, you're going to attract more of that. Okay. So your potential that is limitless. See those options, see those possibilities, see that the magnitude of what is available to you, and let it come to you because you deserve this. The spiritual law of attraction, whatever you think, whatever you feel, whatever is occupying space in your mind is going to become a reality. So if you're thinking limit, if you're thinking restriction, if you're thinking half, then that's what you get. If you're thinking unlimited potential, unlimited possibility, unlimited anything, then that's what you get. I love this. This is being such an awesome message so far. Right, now we're going to go with the fairies. So this is the fairy deck. And let's see, so we've seen what the Ascended Masters have to say. Now let's see what the fairies have to say. How is our potential limitless? How is it limitless? And how do we tap into that? How do we get that? Let's have a look and see. I think that one over there looks good. Oh, I love these cards. They are so gorgeous. Look at the artwork. Isn't it absolutely amazing? But look at the message. Magic of nature. So, I ask myself immediately, like, how does this connect? How does this relate? And immediately what I hear, what I feel, and what I know is nature. There's this natural order to things. Okay, there's this natural progression on how things evolve, how things develop, how things are created. All of that, everything starts as a seed, and then that seed germinates, and then that seed starts growing until eventually it becomes a tree, and eventually it bears fruit, and eventually it feeds people. All right? I mean, really simple, but you understand what I'm saying. That is the law of nature. Okay? So whatever it is, and I go back to the fact that your potential is limitless. I go back to the spiritual law of attraction, and it's basically saying to you that understand the magic of nature. Understand that if you have a seed, you have unlimited potential. The seed lives here. The seed is your thought. The seed is your emotion. The seed is your feeling, your stress. So change your seed. If the seed that you're holding is not the seed that you want for your future, get rid of it, chuck it out, get yourself a new seed. Okay? How do we get seeds? Where do we get seeds from? From a already fully grown functional tree that is producing fruit. You take that fruit, and inside of that fruit is the seed. So how does that apply to humans? How does it apply to you? Well, you need to make sure that the people you are interacting with, the people whose fruit you are eating on a daily basis, that their fruit is the fruit that you want for yourself. In other words, let's simplify it, because my language is getting complicated here. Not my language, but my concept. So basically what Spirit is saying to you is, if you are interacting, watching, observing, spending time with people who have negative outlooks, you will too have a negative outlook, because that is your seed. If you want to be powerful, if you want to be successful, if you want to be somebody who achieves everything they set out to achieve, spend time watching, observing, and learning from people who walk the path that you want for yourself. So with the lockdown and with everything that's going on at the moment, everybody is spending a lot of time online. We're all spending a lot of time on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on all of these kind of social media platforms. Make sure that you're watching content that inspires you. Make sure you're watching content that brings you closer to the person you want to be, as opposed to the content that makes you more fearful, makes you more nervous, and makes you more apprehensive about our current times. So that's what you want to do. Those are the seeds. Attract those seeds into your life, so that you remember, you're not dreaming big enough. Your potential is limitless. Let's use the spiritual law of attraction to attract everything that we want in our lives, using the magic of nature, because you deserve it. Because you absolutely do. You absolutely do. So I really do like that message. So 3 cards, but such a powerful message for each one of you who chose this bundle. And I'm sure it resonates with you one way or another. And if it does, please, I ask you to give this video a thumbs up. Give me a little comment down below, because that is the best way to support the work that I do. By showing appreciation, showing love and respect, it allows me to keep coming back each week and bringing you more content. If you feel like you need a little bit more, if you feel like you would like to reach out and have a one-on-one with me, please do so. I'm so happy to help anybody and everybody who needs help and guidance at this stage. And otherwise, have an awesome Friday. Have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome week. And we'll see you Monday for your tarot scopes. With love and blessings from my heart to yours, you take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome. I hope you are well, and I hope you've arrived at this day having had a good week so far. So if you didn't watch the introduction, these are the decks that I'm using today, and I'm not using any tarot cards. We're going to start off with the journey cards, which were created by my amazing friend Heike Sim, and these cards are just absolutely awesome. So from there, we're going to move on to the other 2 decks, but I'm giving them a shuffle. And we're asking that the card that we draw here today be exactly the card that you need to hear, with the message that you need to hear. Message of hope, message of guidance, and a message of inspiration. Let it be exactly what you need on your journey at the moment. Okay. So, taking that one over there. And the message on the card is, don't ever apologize for being you. You are fabulously unique. I like that. So, friends, how do we interpret this? What is this actually saying? What is the message of this card? You know, with all the uncertain times that we are in at the moment, I've seen it with a lot of my client sessions that I've had this week. A lot of people are trying desperately to fit in and adapt. You know, work-wise, those of you who are able to continue working, we have to work differently. We have to work smarter. We have to learn how to do things differently from the way we did it before. And a lot of people are feeling the pressure of changing who they are. So yes, we have to change the way we work. We have to change the way we function, but we don't have to change who we are. I know with, again, the pandemic that's happening at the moment, we are all in transition. We are all changing. Our life is changing. Every single aspect of our life is changing. Even us as individuals are changing. But don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't look at somebody else and go, but they're doing so well. They're coping. They're managing. Their life is fabulous. Why is mine not? Don't compare yourself to anybody else. And again, let's just read that message. Don't ever apologize for being you. You are fabulously unique. And that is the truth. don't, if you start comparing yourself to everybody else, what you're doing is you're focusing on what you're not. You're focusing on your negative. You're focusing on what you don't have going for you, instead of realizing that who you are is absolutely perfect. Circumstances happen, situations happen in our life. Sometimes at the time it feels terrible, it feels awful, but in hindsight we look back and go, now I understand why I had that experience. Now I understand why that happened to me, because it's allowed me to let go of that, recreate myself in this way, and become a better person. And I think that's the most important thing. Okay, so you recognize that you are who you are right here, right now, is absolutely amazing. You are absolutely fantastic, uniquely, fabulously unique. Sorry, let me read it properly. You are fabulously unique, and you don't have to adjust. You don't have to change. If you are not happy with your life, and if you're not happy with certain aspects of who you are and you want to change it, by all means go for it. But don't feel any obligation. Okay? Don't ever apologize for being you, because you are awesome. Right. So now we're going to pick up the Ascended Masters Oracle, and we're going to ask the Ascended Masters to continue with that message. Ask the Ascended Masters, what do they want to say to us that will clarify, explain, and add to the message that we have just had, telling us to never apologize for being who we are, and to just accept and admit that we are fabulously unique, and that is who we are supposed to be. Right, Ascended Masters, what do you have to say to us? You are seeing the situation accurately. And of course, it's Horus, otherwise known as the Eye of Horus, which is all about protection, which is all about guidance on my arm. Oops, can't show you there. So you are seeing the situation accurately. So the situation that you're seeing accurately is who you are meant to be, who you want to be. Okay. So clearly there's change taking place. Clearly there's disaster taking place. There's all sorts of things happening, all sorts of unknowns and uncertainties happening in the world. Yes, we are afraid. Yes, we are fearful. We are worried. We are concerned. We are all of those things. But you on your own can't make any major change. You can't do anything. All you can do is be you. And that is enough. Okay? Just being you, just being who you are is enough. You don't have to be anybody else. Okay? So the situation as you perceive it, your circumstances of your life as you perceive it, is correct, is accurate. You don't have to be anybody different. You don't have to be anybody that you are not. Okay? I really like that. Because we do, we feel the pressure, we feel obligated, we feel the pressure to become more like so and so and more like so and so. And actually no, just be fabulously unique, and know that your understanding and your perception of the circumstances around you are correct in your reality. Don't try and compare it with anybody else's. Your reality is your reality, and your reality is exactly the way it needs to be right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave those cards in front of me, and I'm now picking up our third deck, and this is the Fairies. So we've had the Ascended Masters, and now we're going to look at the Fairies and see what message they have for us. What is it that we need to know from the Fairies, and how can they help us to improve our life and our circumstances? Let's see. I want to go this side. Family harmony. And there you can see as a mom, and she's transporting her child on her back in her hair. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? And just look at this energy that's in front of her here, and you can see how she's sort of like pushing through that energy, which is just what moms do. They're the ones that keep the family together. But you know what is important here is this family harmony. I'm going to use that word. I'm going to hold on to that word. Harmony means different things to different people. In one family, the word harmony may mean something completely different to your family. And it doesn't mean that yours is wrong or theirs is wrong. It means that it's different for each person. Perceptions are different for each person. It's based on your life. It's based on your upbringing. It's based on your own personal reality. And remember, you don't need to apologize for being who you are. Your life is perfect for you. It may not be perfect for me. It may not be perfect for anybody else, but it's perfect for you. And you are amazing. However you are perceiving whatever's going on in your life is correct, and it is true for your reality. You need to focus on harmony. You need to focus on happiness. You need to focus on commitment and family, because family is all that matters at the end of the day. Whoever family is to you, and I have to say, family is not necessarily blood related. People that I consider family to me are friends, are acquaintances, are people who've been in my life forever. My best friend, we've been best friends since the early 1980s, giving my age away, and she's family. We're not blood related, but she's family. And that is where harmony and blessings and all of those things come from. So it's all about recognizing what is family to you, recognizing that what you consider family is important and significant and correct, because you are perceiving it, you are seeing the situation correctly, and you don't need to apologize for anything. You are perfectly, perfectly perfect as you are now. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, that's quite a deep message, and I think there's so much there, and I would really like you to sit with that information, sit with that message, let it really fall into your heart space and see how it feels for you, and just take it in, accept it as the truth, and allow it to guide you to have a happier, healthier, more successful life. If you resonated with this message, please show me some love and give it a thumbs up in the little boxy below, and you can comment and let me know any kind of anything you want to share with me. I would so value and appreciate it. It's the best way to support my work and to ensure that my videos keep coming up for you each week. And until we see you on Monday for your Taroscopes, you take care. Hello and welcome. To those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today, I hope you are well and hope you've had a good, successful week. And well done on choosing bundle 3. I hope it's going to be a good message for you. Today I am using these cards over here. I am using 3 oracle decks. We're not using any tarot today. And the first deck we're going to start off with is the journey cards, which are created by my amazing friend Heike Sim. And I just love these cards. Their messages are they pack a punch without taking your head off. And they just hit the truth. They're just like so on the dot, absolutely stunning. So these are the cards I'm using today, and we're asking now, as I'm shuffling the cards, we're asking that the message that we receive be exactly the message that all of you who chose this particular bundle that you need to hear. It's a message that brings you guidance, hope, inspiration, brings you a little bit of clarity, a little bit of understanding of whatever you're facing in your life at the moment. And whenever it is that you watch this video, let it be relevant to you at that time in your life. Okay, I think I have shuffled enough. Let's see what the journey cards want to tell us about our journey that we're on at the moment. I want that one. The world's approval is optional. You just keep on walking. It's such an interesting statement, such an interesting comment. Let's read it again. The world's approval is optional. You just keep on walking. And I think immediately what I'm getting from this is that we are all, as human beings, we are constantly looking for validation, approval. We're constantly looking for somebody to tap us and say, job well done. We're constantly waiting for everybody else to acknowledge what we've done, how we've done it, who we did it with, etc. And this is not just work related. This is in our personal lives as well. When it comes to choosing partners, we generally choose partners that, yes, we hope they make us happy. We hope that they bring something positive into our life. But a lot of our decision is based on how other people will feel about it. Because we are constantly looking for approval. We're constantly looking for validation of who we are, what we are, and all the rest of it. And I think this is such an important concept, such an important message. The world's approval is optional. It doesn't actually matter. It shouldn't matter. Let me say that. It shouldn't matter. Because for some of us, it does matter. Let's be honest. There's nothing nicer in the world than people coming up to you and saying that they appreciate you, value you, like you, love you, whatever it is. And I mean, we're all doing it. We're all doing it all the time. I'm even going to finish this video by saying, please give me a thumbs up. We need validation, but we need to understand that if you don't get it, it doesn't mean that you failed. If you don't get the approval, if you don't get the validation, it doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean that you're a disaster, okay? You've got to just keep going. And I think, Every single one of us at the moment, we are all fear-based. We are all stressed. Our anxiety levels are all sitting way up here. But what we need to do is we need to recognize that we just keep putting one foot in front of the other. That is the only thing you have to do. As long as you don't stop living, as long as you don't stop doing, as long as you don't stop improving yourself, you're doing everything great, everything absolutely perfectly. So the world's approval is optional. You just keep on walking. You just keep on living. You just keep on doing whatever it is that you do, however you are doing it, and trust that everything is going to pan out absolutely perfectly. I do want to add, though, those of you who live life by constantly looking for external approval, for external validation, you're never going to amount to your true potential in life. You're always going to get to just a certain percentage and then it's going to fizzle out because you never got that validation. We have to recognize that the true validation and approval needs to come from here, okay? Needs to come from you. It doesn't need to come from anybody else. If you happen to get it externally, if you happen to get it from the world, bonus. Fantastic, wonderful. But don't rely on it and don't expect it because then you're just setting yourself up for failure, okay? So one more time, the world's approval is optional. You just keep on walking. So I'm now going to pick up the next deck, and this is the Ascended Masters Oracle deck. So we're asking the Ascended Masters to continue with the message, to give us clarity, to give us understanding of what we have already said, and just to get a message from them as to how can we live our best lives and how can we have the best success that we deserve to have right now. So let's see, Ascended Masters, what message do you have for us today? I think that one is a good one. Saint Germain, work your magic. Gorgeous. Such a beautiful card. And if you look at his face, there's just such a peace. There's just such an understanding. There's just such a tranquility with that face, with that image. It really is. And if you look at work your magic, what does that mean? It means do what you do best. Do what you do well. Just do you. Because that's what work your magic means, which ties in really, really well with this one that says the world's approval is optional. Okay? Work your magic. What Saint Germain is saying to you is don't try and be anybody you're not. Don't try and live your life by anybody else's rules or by anybody else's standards. Do you. Read the last line here. You just keep on walking. Work your magic. I love it. I love how these cards, I mean, completely different packs, completely different everything, and how the messages just totally correlate. So Saint Germain is saying work your magic. You know, the other interesting thing that pops up at me when I read that or when I look at that is the fact that we have to work. Okay, we don't get to be on permanent holiday. We don't get to be on permanent vacation on the seaside and living the lap of luxury. We have to get up and do stuff every day. We have to clean house. We have to do chores. We have to work. We have to do whatever it is that we have to do in order to have the best life that we can. Unfortunately, it doesn't just land in your lap. It doesn't just happen to come your way. You have to work at it to get it. But again, you just keep on walking. As long as you are working your magic, as long as you are doing what you do best, whatever you're looking for, whatever you need and whatever you deserve in life will come to you naturally. The world's approval is optional. You just keep on walking. Okay, I am so loving these messages today. I just have to tell you all. So now the last deck that I'm going to use is the Fairies Oracle. So we've heard from the Ascended Masters. We've heard from the Journey cards, and now we're going to hear from the Fairies. So how are the Fairies going to help us to live this fabulous life? How are the Fairies going to influence us and help us to live the best life that we can possibly live? Let's see what they have to say. Make music. I love this. We've got work your magic and we've got make music. And you know, we're not saying here that you all need to be musicians and go and play the harp and play the guitar and play the drums and play the piano. We're not saying that at all, because Make music. What is music? Music is something that is melodious, something that is pleasant, something that is beautiful, something that inspires, motivates, and does all of those wonderful things. So make music, make whatever it is that you do that is uniquely, work your magic. You just keep on going, and again, you don't need the world's. And you know, it's interesting that the fairies card gave us music, because music tastes vary from person to person. There may be of us who enjoy the same kind of music, but I think if we really had to dig deep into our music tastes, we're going to see that no two people are the same. You may get somebody who likes the classical and classical only. You may get those that like rock and rock only. But even within those two categories, there are so many different divisions and so many different styles and so many different types. And again, there's no rights and wrongs. It's what is uniquely you. So, and what happens when you play music? What happens when you focus on music? First of all, we forget about our worries, we forget about our anxieties, we forget about our stresses. We suddenly feel elevated, we suddenly feel beautiful, we suddenly feel so fabulous, because that's what music does for us. And I think that's what you need to be doing, is you need to be making sure that whatever you do at any point in your life, you make sure that you do it not looking for approval and validation from anybody else. You make sure that you do it in your own style, in your own method, and know that it is perfect. Know that it is beautiful, and know that it is perfect just like that. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, really, really, really awesome message. You are awesome. You are fabulous. You are amazing, and keep being that. If you enjoyed this message, please give me a thumbs up below. It's the best way to support my work. It's the best way to help me continue bringing you this content. The more you like it, the more it reaches people, the more it does for me. So I do value and appreciate that. And I like to know that people are appreciating the effort that I'm putting into the work. So give it a like, comment down below, let me know how it resonated with you. And until I see you on Monday for your tarot scopes, you take care.